You look at the way the rotation's constructed. I mean, Kodai Senga will be coming back, has shown more comfort throwing on 5 days rest than Christian Scott. Obviously a guy that 87 innings or so last year. There's going to be some kind of watchful eye on him there. When you look at it, do you think this is a situation, the way the rotation's constructed, that it just benefits everybody at some point moving to a 6-man rotation?
Yeah, what I'd imagine going forward is more often than not, we're going to try to get guys the extra day of rest, whether that's by inserting the 6th man, whether it's through taking advantage of off days in the schedule when they come. And I realize we don't have a lot coming up, but eventually they'll come. I think it more often than not, we will try to get guys the extra day or two of rest. There may be a couple turns where we're not able to. Whether it's because of injuries, whether it's because of how we have to manage our bullpen to get an extra arm in the pen. And so there are times it may be impossible, but yeah, once we get Kodai back for sure, now that Scotty is here, it makes sense to try to get the extra day.
So looking ahead beyond obviously this year, given you have the college game, they pitch once a week. Now there's such an influx of Japanese pitchers coming over from Japan. They pitch once a week. And even in minor league baseball, it's not very common that pitchers pitch more than once in a given week. Could you see 6-man rotations becoming much more of a norm in the sport and maybe eventually trending away from kind of the standard 5-man starting rotation?
It's a really interesting topic. It's something I've thought a lot about. We've discussed a lot here. And we've got tension points on both sides of this issue. So on the one hand, we'd like our stars to go deeper. We'd like to keep them as healthy as possible. Both of those, and the developmental factors are real that you mentioned. So all three of those would point to, let's as an industry transition a little bit more towards an extra day of rest, a 6-man rotation. On the other side, we've got limits on numbers of pitchers we can have in the big leagues. We've got an extended option recall period, now back to 15 days. It used to be 10 days for pitchers. And we've got limitations on the number of times we can recall an option players now up and down. And so those work in conflict to each other. Ideally, in a 6-man rotation, you'd be able to carry the 14 pitchers, so you can carry the full pen. Or if you couldn't carry the 14 pitchers, you'd be able to rotate guys through your pen with a little bit more ease by recalling them a little bit earlier and not being worried about running out of options in season. So I don't know the answer to it. I think it's a challenging one because we have these conflicting sets of incentives in play here in terms of how we manage a pitching staff.
And David, isn't so much of it too? I mean, how many teams can sit there and go, hey, we got 6 healthy arms that we feel great about right now in a sport where everybody's scratching and clawing and trying to find ways of volume of pitching?